we've seen from what have you seen from Jalen so far here in this training camp? And it seems like, as much as people talk about, when players kind of come into the draft, people talk about all things they can do offensively. It seems like, from stuff we heard, you guys are looking at him and what he can do defensively almost foremost.
Well, I think that you have to figure out what you can do to add value at this age and stage. The defensive versatility is a big part of that. And then figuring out where his places are to cut and drive. And then making open shots. I mean, I think that if you can do those three things, you can build off of that and go. And sometimes with a guy that age, there's a desire to do everything, and everybody wants them to do everything. I think simplifying is probably a better route. So he's done well so far.
Coach, Al said that Marcus Smart is setting the tone. Word for word, that's what he said in practice every day. What is that guy like behind closed doors and on the practice court every single day? And what can you say about his work ethic?
I've said this before. You just know he's there. He is a presence on the floor on both ends, and he's played well in the first 3 days of camp.
Al Horford also talked about how competitive this club is. Can you just touch on the depth and also how that affects the rotations?
We'll find out. I mean, I don't see them waning in their competitiveness once the rotations are established. I think that's just who they are. Smart and Isaiah and Avery. I mean, those guys played 30 minutes plus a game last year, and they're just as competitive as anybody else. So it's not about necessarily the rotation part of it. It's just who they are. It's their makeup.
Coach, what's the plan for tonight? What are you looking to get out of these two scrimmages?
Yeah, so this is, we did a light kind of practice earlier, and then took 30 minutes here and got ready for tonight's scrimmage. We're just going to do a little bit of shooting, do a little bit of 2-on-1, 3-on-2 work, which I think we did at the start of practice the other day. And then we'll play 2 10-minute scrimmages. Hopefully do something worth a darn. We'll win, so that's good.
What is there's obviously a number situation with guys who do the draft picks or guys who played on the team. What does somebody like maybe like a Ben Bentel have to do to kind of impress to get that number 15 spot?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of those things that you just have to be the best version of yourself every day, and consistency matters. The depth at your position matters. All those things add up, and there's a ton of things, but just got to do your best. And he's been great so far. He's worked really hard, really well, and all those guys will get a chance to play tonight in our 20 minutes.
Coach, one more on Marcus. A lot of the times when you see a guy in preseason or even like Terry in summer league, you see that they're making the progression. With Marcus, does it seem like he's ready to take another step in his career and evolution?
Well, I mean, I think everybody should improve year to year. But I think at the end of the day, he's had a really good 2 years. So, and I know that, hey, we all want him to be better. We all want him to get better. He wants to get better. But when you look at it across the younger guys at his age in the league, he's been up there, and he's done a really good job. And I just think continued growth is what we need.
Thank you, Coach.
Well,
Thanks.